All right, 28 April 2019. Aero Trike Cobra N611 8 Juliet. Trike 1 8 Juliet. I broke it today. Quick summary of the day's events. Jim and I went up flying this morning at like 7:30. Flew around, got a little bumpy, did a big loop, and then anyways, went for a fairly long flight. Had over 8 gallons of gas in there. Enough for usually 2 hours of flight, but on approach just got clearance to land on runway 22, and we're coming in, entering the pattern, and the engine completely cut out. 100% lost, didn't cough and burp or anything, just cut out. So Jim grabbed the controls and landed it, and without any big no damage, no nothing. I mean, it came across. We kind of emergency landed on runway 17, and did a little bounce. Kind of came at an angle on 17, kind of hit it sideways, bounced, and steered it back on course, and got off on Bravo 1 without too much of an issue. But initially thought, well, man, we may have freaking run out of gas, which is terrible. But he went and got gas, or went and grabbed a gas can from the truck, brought it back out there, rated at Bravo 1. We put some gas in it and cranked on it, and it never fired, never popped, never did anything. So towed it back to the hangar, and I've been trying to diagnose what's going on with it. We put more gas in it to make sure, pulled the air filter off, put some fuel directly into carbs to make sure that they're getting it. Confirmed on the other side, there's a clear line where you can see the fuel filter. It's got gas. There's plenty in there. So we're still trying to work it. It's not firing at all. Choked, unchoked, otherwise. So I'm digging into the electrical side of it. I did throw. The lighting in here is terrible. Just change the light real quick. The door's heavy. Let's go over here. All right. So, if it's not fuel, let's check spark. So I pulled the first 2 plugs out. They looked fine, and then tried to ground it out. I pulled it and tried to just have the tip of it grounded or right close to the ground of it, and I couldn't see any sparks. So I thought maybe it was the daylight. Maybe I just couldn't see it. Went home and got my little spark plug test adapter deal. Put this bad boy in line. I tried a couple different plugs. Cranked it over. Never saw any spark plug. Never saw any spark. So indications pointing to electrical, which makes sense on how it died on us, because, like I said, there was no indication of fuel starvation. It didn't start to die, didn't cough, didn't burp, didn't start to falter and then cut out. It was just completely from like 75% throttle, maybe 5,500 RPMs, down to just completely cut, like somebody had hit the kill switch on it. So honestly, that's what I'm looking for right now is a fault, a ground fault or something that's going on, a short in the system. So, brings me to the step that I'm at right now. I want to record so I don't forget things, of course. Just put this guy back here. Okay, so dug into the Rotax 582 menu, or not menu, manual, and kind of found some of the wiring schematics. It's not too complex. So you have, maybe I should back up the reference here. All right, so the front, right side of the trike here, or in front of the motor, you've got the loom that comes in from the front. It's kind of wire wrapped, and then here it opens up. Now I did cut some zip ties off. I'll bundle this back up nicely and wire wrap it better than it was. But my first troubleshooting on the electrical here. This is a brown with a yellow stripe, or black with a yellow stripe maybe. Wire. There's 2 of them. They're identical. Labeled right now with 1 and 2. They're coming from the mag switches. Okay, so that's how you test that, is basically test resistance between known ground. There's a nice ground lug right in here, where a couple things are grounded off right there. So basically put a probe on there, and then disconnected these guys and tested back to the front for resistance. All right, so with the mags off, right, it's a, let me get this right, it's a closed circuit, right? It connects to the ground. It's a grounded circuit, so that's what it's like a kill switch. It is a kill switch. You flip the switch up, and that ground to wire side goes to an open circuit. All right, it interrupts, so therefore allowing the mags to get power. So that's, anyways, I tested 1 and 2, cables 1 and 2, which are brown and yellow striped. Thankfully, like I said, they are labeled on here, 1 and 2, and they do correspond. 1 is mag 1, it's on the left-hand switch, left side switch there, and that guy goes right up to the, 1 goes to the rear coil, one that's mounted in the back here. It's the rear coil, that's coil 1. Coil 2, coil 2 is in this harness, this little loom here. Yeah, coil 2 right there goes up and into it here, right through there.